Hey, YouTube, what's good? Staples9 here back in with another video, and this is Video Every Day in October, day number 7. And today I've decided to give you guys my list, as well as my Skype guest for today. You guys don't know him, but me and the Putnam Crew do, because he came up with the name, the Putnam Crew. It is... Oh, wait, hang on. Let me turn this to Do Not Disturb, so I don't get any interruptions. All right, anyway, it's Jerome. Say hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jerome Latimer, and I am the one, the creator, the founder, the inventor of the one and only Putnam Crew.
That's him, in the flesh. In the flesh. All right, so we're going to be giving you guys our list of our personal favorite top 10 favorite WWE wrestlers of all time. We're going to start out with a few honorable mentions. I don't know. Do you want to go first, or?
I can name a few off.
All right, go right ahead.
Okay, these were close. Obviously, you can only have 10, but one of them that barely missed the mark is Brock Lesnar.
Ooh.
Because he's a legit badass. He's a shit kicker. He's an NCAA wrestling champion. He's a USC undisputed champion. Nobody, maybe except for Kurt Angle, nobody could have done what he did. A guy with little to no mixed martial arts.
Yep.
He went and beat Frank Mir. He beat Shane Carwin. He beat Randy Couture.
Yeah, he did.
You know, he lost to Cain Velasquez, but let's face it, he's the baddest motherfucker alive.
Exactly.
So, I don't see John Cena doing that shit. So, yeah. Fucking great, dude. All right, next one, we have Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh.
The king of the cruiserweights. Back in ECW, you know, that's where he came to shine, and then he went to WCW, became one of the best cruiserweight. I mean, that cruiserweight division was awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, cruiserweight with, him, Juventud Guerrera, Chavo, Dean Malenko, all the likes. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero. Oh, and also one of the coolest dudes ever, because he brought like the Latino wrestling community on the map.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, Eddie Guerrero. God, it sucks that he's gone.
Yeah, I miss him. I miss him to this day still.
Oh, and arguably, he's one of the best technical wrestlers ever. I mean, even though Ralph Van Dam, he does the 5-star, Eddie Guerrero's is has more fluid technique.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero, he was a sweet, like Sheet and Steel. I love how he beat Kurt Angle with it.
Yeah, the boot.
Yep. Next one, Edge.
Ooh.
Now, the Edge back during the Attitude Era, the wrestling we grew up on, not this bullshit today.
Yeah.
Edge, he got the one move that literally, put him on the map is when he speared Jeff Hardy off that.
The ladder?
He was hanging on the belts with that hook, and he just jumps off that ladder, and when he hit, I mean, you could see he was out cold, because I think he had a concussion.
Oh, yeah.
That too. And I was just like, oh, man, this guy's going places. So, Edge, back in when he was with Randy Orton, Radio RKO, good shit, man. And obviously, he had to retire because of his neck. Kind of remind me of Steve Austin. He didn't want to go paralyzed, so. And my last honorable mention, this is the surprise. I wish this guy was still a wrestler. Every single match he was in, he brought it. Every single time, and that's Shane McMahon.
Wow.
This guy,
wow.
Really? Think about it. Look at his match against the Big Show. The last man standing, fucker falls, 50 feet?
Yeah.
Both his matches with Kane, So the ambulance match, this guy, he pulls it off. I mean, this guy, I was like, why isn't he running the business?
Exactly.
Because Vince is out of his fucking mind.
He is.
If you don't believe me, he had a bull and an alligator. Even the crowd thought it was dumb as shit. Yeah, Shane McMahon, I wish he was. Oh, my favorite matches of his was him and Kurt Angle at King of the Ring.
Yes. 2001.
2001. They need to bring that fucking pay-per-view back, man.
They do.
So those are my honorable mentions. Yeah, they were barely missed off the mark. So, Alexander, my boy, you take it.
Okay, I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing the book out the window. I'm going to piss a lot of people off on my list. I have 5 honorable mentions, and you're going to be shocked that these guys are not on my list, but there are so many great ones I could have picked from. But I ultimately have 5 honorable mentions. The first one, ooh yeah, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. You can't go wrong with the Macho Man. I mean, he is an absolute badass all the way around.
You know he's a badass when he inspires people to eat them nasty-ass beef jerky sticks.
Step on Slim Jim! Eat me.
Oh, man.
Next up, we got the King of Hardcore, Mick Foley.
Okay.
Falling off the Hell in a Cell, breaking his ass.
I wonder if that might be on my list.
Tooth off his nose, Matt. Spoiler alert. And that next up, we got the great one, The Rock.
Oh.
I know. I piss a lot of people off.
Okay, I want you to make a... This is our personal favorite, so, calm your tits.
Exactly.
So, if this was the best of, this list would be entirely different.
Oh, hell yeah. Much better than that greatest 50 bullshit.
My God. Wipe my ass with that thing.
Exactly. But yeah, The Rock is The Rock. He has to be at least mentioned.
Oh, fuck yeah.
At least mentioned. Speaking of at least mentioned, you gotta mention, woo, then ain't your boy, Ric Flair. 16-time. No, don't even say that. Don't even say what I was gonna say.
Dude. Oh, the Gravedigger, man. Oh, man.
Fuckface Unstoppable.
Yeah, or I don't call him this because Bruce Blitz takes this. He has the greatest nickname of all. Fuckboy Buckethead. I call him the Gravedigger because every person they put him up against, he buries them.
Yep, exactly.
Bray Wyatt. Damien Sandow. You went from Money in the Bank, and now he's the awful piss breaks stunt double.
Piss break.
Or the jizz, or the piss break.
Exactly.
But yeah, Ric Flair, oh yeah, you got it. I almost had him as honorable mention, but for me it's personal favorites, but yeah.
Exactly. And last but certainly not least, you gotta talk about the dead man. Rest in peace, The Undertaker. I really wanted to... He was so close to making it, but there was just one guy that I really wanted to put in because he was the best of the best. But we'll see that for a little bit. But The Undertaker is The Undertaker. He's 21-1, unfortunately.
And people don't know this. Undertaker picked Lesnar to put him over.
Oh, yeah.
You know he's getting death threats like, oh, I didn't want Lesnar. He picked him because he's a legit badass.
Exactly.
Okay, and my buddy James, I talked to him. He's like, the only other person he wanted the Undertaker to, put him over is John Cena if he turned heel.
Ugh.
Can you imagine? Like he beats the shit out of him, and then he pisses off the crowd, and he goes to the Undertaker when he's fighting. He goes, yeah, you can't do that, and he just, dude, the fucking Superdome would have had a riot.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, but he's never going to turn because, if he has to be a bad guy, that means he's got to be a bad guy in real life.
Exactly.
I'm not kidding, folks. He said this.
He did.
Fuckface and stuff. All right.
All right. Now, with that being said, how are we doing on time here? 8 minutes. We can do one more. Let's get to number 10, shall we?
You want to go first or you go first?
You know what? Let's go back and forth. I'll go 10. Well, I'll do the odds. I'll do the evens. You do the odds. How about that?
Okay.
All right. Starting out with my number 10, we got a guy who was very, very, very poorly used in WWE and WCW for that matter. He was the face of ECW when you look at him. And I, of course, am talking about, quote the Raven, nevermore.
Oh, okay.
This guy was such an amazing character. He had...
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he had the character. He was like an outcast. He was a socially outcast. He had the grunge look. He had the skirt or whatever it was.
I remember a part of ECW. It was like one of the most controversial segments. Is where I don't know if it was with Sandman. Where didn't they crucify someone on a cross?
Yeah, that was Sandman.
I was like, God. Even Raven came out. He was like, hey, I apologize. I was like, that's what made ECW so cool because they were like hardcore alternative. And
hell yeah.
Was a great deal of it, man.
But yeah, it's such a shame that he wasn't like really big in WCW or WWE. He was so mistreated and so just didn't. They just didn't see it. The big WCW and WWE didn't really see the big picture. He had the gimmick.
In particular, dude. Oh, they use him like shit.
Yeah, he had the gimmick. He had the move set. He could have been the guy, the big heel of the company, but no. They had to reserve it for guys like, let's see, who were a heel? Oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin, when he was a heel.
Yeah, but he was awesome, is he?
Yeah, I guess, but still.
Oh, man. But, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, back in WCW, he had the flock and everything, but it didn't match the ECW, you know.
He should have been a world champion in either one of those promotions. And but he was in TNA. He did win the TNA or the NWA title back in the day, and thank God for that. I mean, he won a major title. Good for Raven. Yeah, he was just an amazing character, and that's why he is my number 10.
Excellent. Very good.
What about you? Well, who's your number 10?
My number 10? Oh, all I have to say is this. He is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh.
Talk about like Eddie Guerrero, he's a technical wrestler. He may not be the best on the mic, but no one pulled off moves like he could. I mean, he pulled off some of the best suplexes. I mean, sharpshooter. His feud with Owen Hart. The WrestleMania 10 match. Greatest opener to any pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Any. And he was part of what I consider to be the greatest match in history.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Steve Austin at 13.
Oh.
Because WrestleMania 13, let's face it, that pay-per-view was shit. However, it was that match that was reason. You know, it reminded me of like WrestleMania 5, where most of the pay-per-view was bad, except for the main event. You want to see that match? That's irrelevant to this because Bret Hart and Steve Austin, that was like one of a kind match. You've never seen anything like it before. I mean, his match with Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 8.
Yeah.
One of the best, you know. I mean, he had some of the best Intercontinental. He made the Intercontinental Championship real and legit. I mean, you know, Roddy Piper, the British Bulldog at SummerSlam, Mr. Perfect, you know. And it's pretty sad how the WWE, you know, how it turned out in '97 with the screw job.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad, too, that he ended up getting his career shortened with a freaking super kick to the head in WCW. But, yeah, Bret the Hitman Hart, the excellence of execution, my number 10.
All right, I guess we'll take a break and we'll be back for part number 2.